Some nights feel endless. Some nights the darkness doesn't just surround you, it watches you. This is the story of Amina, a girl who got separated from her friends in a forest and spent one terrifying night alone, unsure if the sounds around her belonged to animals or something much worse. Amina and her 3 friends planned a weekend camping trip. They wanted to explore an old forest that locals always warned them about. Villagers whispered that the place was cursed, that people heard strange voices at night, or saw shadows moving between the trees. But like most young people, they didn't believe the stories. To them, it was just an adventure. As the sun dipped behind the mountains, the group wandered deeper into the forest. They laughed, took photos, and teased each other about ghosts. But soon, they found something unusual. An old wooden cabin hidden between the trees. The door was broken, the windows shattered, and strange symbols were carved into the wood. It looked abandoned, yet as if someone had left in a hurry. The group argued whether to enter. Some wanted to explore, others felt uneasy. As they talked, Amina stepped aside, wandering near a cluster of trees. She thought she heard a whisper, faint, like someone calling her name. When she turned back, her friends were gone. She called out, shouted their names, but the only reply was the echo of her own voice. The forest had swallowed them. Darkness came quickly. Amina had no flashlight, only her phone, but the battery was nearly dead. The forest, once full of laughter, was now alive with unsettling sounds. She heard branches snapping, rustling leaves, and what sounded like footsteps circling her. She told herself it was just animals, foxes, maybe deer. But then came the whispers again, soft, drawn-out voices calling her name. She pressed her back against a tree, trembling. Her eyes darted at every movement. The silhouette of branches looked like skeletal hands reaching for her. At one point, she saw a pale figure between the trees, tall and still. She froze, heart racing. But when she blinked, it was gone. Later, she heard a sound like laughter, distant, broken, not quite human. The sound followed her as she tried to find shelter. She stumbled upon an old fire pit, ashes still fresh. That meant someone had been there recently, or maybe something. Every sound seemed louder. An owl screeched, and she thought it was a woman crying. A wild dog howled, and she swore it was someone screaming. The forest twisted her senses, turning animals into ghosts, shadows into monsters. Shivering and exhausted, she climbed inside the hollow of a fallen tree. She curled up, whispering prayers, trying to stay awake. But the forest didn't let her rest. At night, she felt a hand brush against her leg. She kicked and screamed, but when she looked, nothing was there. Only claw marks on the soil, too big to belong to a human. Somewhere nearby, something growled. She stayed hidden, covering her ears, waiting for the night to end. Finally, the faint glow of dawn crept through the trees. Birds sang, and the forest felt alive again, but not in the same terrifying way. When she emerged, she found her friends searching for her. They had never gone far. They had entered the cabin for only a few minutes. Somehow, the forest had separated them, trapping Amina in her own nightmare. Her friends laughed nervously when she told them about the whispers and shadows, saying it was just animals. But Amina knew what she felt. As they left the forest, she turned one last time. Deep between the trees, she saw it again, the pale figure watching her silently. She never spoke of it again. Some nights, the darkness doesn't just surround you, it follows you.